Okay, guys, so I just kind of wanted to, I just finished a workout and something happened to me again with this. So I just kind of wanted to give my 2 cents on a review of the Zeno Gym. The Zeno Gym is a basic system with tension cords, using carabiners to lock them into place. It's fine, it's a fine piece of equipment. It's nothing wonderful. But I have run into a couple problems with it while I was using it for about, I don't know, the last 9-ish months or so. I couldn't get to the box, of course, because all the gyms were shut down and I was going insane. So I was like, I need to buy something. So I bought this one. It seemed like the most effective for the kind of money that I had at the time. And yeah, so I went for it. I bit the bullet and I bought it. So I contacted customer service and I talked to someone through Facebook Messenger about this as well. Email never got back to me, but Messenger did. My first, sorry, I'm just trying to turn this around. My first thing is that these cords, these tension cords, my God, they're so long. They're so incredibly long. So basically what this means is if you've got, a smaller body type, you've got shorter arms, T-Rex arms like I do, you're not a man, these cords are too long. So I asked the rep what I could do about it. And he said, well, just crisscross them and link them underneath. Brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? I don't even know. So I did it. And the only exercises I could do while they were crisscrossed underneath were chest presses and weighted hip thrusters on the bench itself. But for any other exercise, they were useless. So basically, the cords are either too long, too short. I feel like they should have some sort of customizable sizing for their customers so that, it would be more effective for the person buying it. The second thing is this cheap carabiner that they're calling I don't know what they're trying to pass this off as, but as you can see, this is just a basic small aluminum carabiner. This is Alibaba quality 10 cents from China type carabiner. And I have had issues with these carabiners in the past, even for my dog leashes. I've got 2 dogs and these would come off during their walks. I have no idea how it would happen. They just do. So I had to buy locking carabiners for that as well. But the one thing that really bothers me, and this happened today, and this is actually why I'm doing this review at all, is that, you see how cheap these are, right? Sometimes they don't even, the lock doesn't even align half the time. But go ahead and put it on there. And this is going to be kind of like an exaggeration a little bit, of course, because, no one's moving it around like this while they're doing a press or anything. But the fact of the matter is that, these things are cheap. There's no way to lock them in. And, when you're moving around, you can actually get them off. You don't mean to, you're not trying to, but for some reason, they just come off. So there's that. Today it happened while I was doing sitting shoulder presses, and it came loose and it smacked me right in the bridge of the nose. And when I told the rep that this was happening, he said, well, it doesn't happen to me. And I'm like, well, cool, man. Good for you. It's happening to me. But it's easier than it seems, So that's another problem that I find, it's unacceptable. This is dangerous for so many reasons. If you have tons of tension cords on here and that bar comes down and smacks you in the face, you're going to have some damage for sure. So that's my other complaint. I would say, as to whether or not I would ever buy this piece of equipment again, I would not. It's cheap. It's not really, it's something, honestly, if you're handy, you could make this in your garage. There's not much to this. I'm not that handy. So if I were to buy it again, I would simply buy the base and I would buy the bar for it. I would completely skip the tension cords and the carabiners and I would buy my own elsewhere. I would buy carabiners that were a lot more safe. But that's just me. I would say, if I would have had the means, both monetarily and, space-wise in my home, I would have bought a much more expensive piece of equipment and just, sucked it up and spent the money, to have something that's much more effective and, worthy of my time, to be honest. That's the other thing, connecting these things to and from and different setups and all of that. It takes, I would say it probably adds on an extra 20 minutes to my workouts, which takes me into almost an hour and a half. So it's kind of time consuming. If it wasn't during a pandemic, I probably wouldn't do it. To be quite honest, I would just go to the gym and work out with free weights. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. You can take from that what you will. But yeah, I honestly don't think that this piece of equipment is worth it. I would not buy it again. I would instead buy something that was completely different. I don't know what, but this is not it. That's all I do know. All right. Have a good day, you guys. Take care. Stay safe.